Today, from Portland, Oregon, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Portland Lumberjacks taking on San Diego.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between our visitors and the Portland Lumberjacks. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skid.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Cobb. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Leonard. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun. Cobb. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They run over center with Collins. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Cobb, that's complete. It's Collins. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Still leaves them with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head and making a decision, and you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. He's going to try and do this himself. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now they try the right side here. Oh, good move. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lynch. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 84 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
2nd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fowler. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Cobb over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Back to throw. Cobb throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Out of the gun, this is Collins. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That good for 19 at a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Incomplete into the hands of Fowler. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
2nd and 9 now. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Portland's offense now about set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
To throw on 2nd down, Cobb. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Cobb. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 51 yards on the ground for him so far. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. So the false start will back them up 5. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cobb. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Aftershocks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Looking to throw on second down. Cobb, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Cobb, and he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one is right down the middle. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Bucs who were able to come in and win one on the road. Trevor Lawrence, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. The Falcons don't want to fall into a deep hole this early, so a good win there ups their record to 3-4. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. The Washingtonians are hanging in there in the playoff race as they jump above 500 now to 4-3 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got this one complete to Fountain. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Hands it off out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Sapp. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Over the middle, complete. That's Lynch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's...
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The drive starts with a run by Collins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And again, it's Collins. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Running out of the gun, Collins. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. To throw on 3rd down. Cobb. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken at the 46. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a 1st down. but I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Cobb. He finds his man. Complete. That's Leonard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Cobb. He finds his man. Complete. It's Leonard. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cobb. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25. To throw on 2nd down. Cobb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Collins trying up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go again with Collins. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lumberjacks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cobb. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run with Collins. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, and in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Leonard. And it it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. To throw on second down. Cobb.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
On 3rd and 2. Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cobb. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cobb. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for our visitors, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.